What do you mean, missed?
If I'm lying, I'm dying. You got that right. You the shooter, how you miss?
Where the is the boy at? He could be the Federalis.
So when were you gonna tell us that you got yourself knocked up? What?
That little monster my sister's having turns out to be yours. You gonna do right by her, you understand me?
Nikki's pregnant? How you know it's mine? See, dumbass nigga. You know it's mine. Get the fuck out of here.
Boom is out of jail and staying at our house.
He's sleeping on the bed that I bought you.
Think you could bullshit me? Oh, fuck. Yeah. You should have been there that day instead of leaking my fucking plans.
Yo, Steve Urkel ass only got into this game because you followed me to pass car.
All that's left is the brothers.
God's blessed us with everything.
I'll square up with God when I meet him. For now, I'm gonna make sure Meech and T never fuck anyone else over again.
I should have known this nigga B. Mickey couldn't be trusted, bruh. I should have known B. Mickey couldn't be trusted, bruh. Ain't no way in hell I felt for B. Mickey's antics and thought B. Mickey was solid. Ain't no way I felt for this. I thought your boy B. Mickey could be trusted, bruh. I thought B. Mickey was solid. I thought B. Mickey really wanted to come back into the BMF organization and get back down with Meech and Terry again, but apparently not. Apparently B. Mickey has his own motives, and that is to take down Meech and Terry. He wants to get rid of them. And at this point, B. Mickey ass could go, bruh. B. Mickey could go. It was bad enough he was talking to the police in season 2, and I kind of let that slide with B. Mickey's character. But him coming back into the mix and teaming up with Lamar to get rid of Meech and Terry is where I draw the line at. This is a final straw for me. It's time for your boy B. Mickey to go. I don't care which brother does it out of Meech and Terry, but one of them better take out B. Mickey before season 4 is over with, bruh. One of them better do it. I settle for Lamar taking out B. Mickey, bruh. I don't care who does it, but B. Mickey gotta go, bruh. B. Mickey gotta go, and I'm expecting him to meet his fate in these next upcoming episodes of BMF. And now that his true intentions has been revealed. But what's the deal with the YouTube? What's good with y'all? I go by the name of DC, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about BMF Season 4, Episode 6. And I'm going to be recapping this episode and breaking down this episode for y'all and let y'all know how I felt about Episode 6, as well as give y'all some of my theories and predictions going into these next upcoming episodes of BMF. But before I do that and get into this breakdown for y'all, if you're coming across my channel for the first time and you like BMF content like me, tap in and hit the post bell notification button to support the channel and to get updated on all content I post on my channel. Hit the like button to help the video get recommended across the algorithm, and leave your thoughts and theories down below in the comment section. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about the episode and whether or not if you enjoyed episode 6 and if you think this was a great episode. Overall, in my opinion, episode 6 was the best episode so far out of season 4. This episode was fire. This was actually a good episode. I don't got nothing bad to say about this episode. Besides the stuff that Jay Pusha did in this episode, which I'm going to talk about later on in this video, I ain't got nothing bad to say about this episode. This episode kept me entertained from start to finish. I don't know who wrote this episode, but whoever wrote this episode need a raise. They need a raise, goddammit. They did a good job writing this episode. I got to give credit when it's due. But forget all that and how I feel about the episode. I'm about to get into this recap because we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Your boy Terry out here fighting Marquisha baby daddy, Lucille stressing Charles the hell out. Like, it's a lot of stuff that we got to talk about today. And I ain't gonna waste that much time giving y'all my thoughts and my opinion about the episode and spend a lot of time on this intro. So I'm gonna get into this recap and break down this episode for y'all and let y'all know how I felt about episode 6. But getting into this recap, first person I'm gonna talk about is your boy B. Mickey. B. Mickey is first up on this recap today. We found out in this episode that your boy B. Mickey has been playing both Meech and Terry and he wants to get revenge on them. We found out about B. Mickey's real intentions in this episode and found out that your boy B. Mickey is up to no good and he back on the same stuff that he been on throughout the first 2 seasons of BMF. Because at the end of the episode when B. Mickey was having a conversation with Aisha mentioned in this conversation she was having with B. Mickey that she never thought that B. Mickey would be able to convince the crazy man at the sober house to work with B. Mickey. And the crazy man at this sober house that she was talking about was your boy Lamar. She was talking about your boy Lamar crazy ass and bringing up the fact that your boy B. Mickey was the second visitor that came to see Lamar before he got out of rehab. Because back in episode 1 when Lamar was at rehab, he had 2 visitors come by and see him before he left. And one of the visitors that came by to see him was his little girlfriend that he was messing with in the first season of BMF. And we we knew that somebody else came to see Lamar before he left rehab in episode 1, but they never revealed to us who was that second person that came to see Lamar before he left rehab. And we found out in this episode that your boy B. Mickey was that second person that paid Lamar a visit before he left rehab in episode 1. And B. Mickey put a plan together with Lamar to ambush Meech and Terry in episode 1 and take them out. But Lamar didn't know B. Mickey was going to shoot him and try to take him out. Lamar didn't know that. That wasn't part of the plan. And the only reason why B. Mickey even shot Lamar was to play Meech and Terry into believing that B. Mickey can't be trusted, so he could manipulate them into letting him back into BMF so he could come up with the money that he needs to come up with to pay for his daughter's surgery. And I ain't go front. Your boy B. Mickey fooled the hell out of me. He fooled the hell out of me because he came around with his goddamn daughter, his girlfriend looking all depressed and sad and shit, moping and pouting about not having no money to pay for his daughter's surgery. And come to find out, your boy B. Mickey still on BS and he's still out here moving funny. And even though this was a great plan that your boy B. Mickey came up with, I don't think this plan is going to go in his favor, bro. I don't think this is going to go in his favor. I believe B. Mickey is about to be exposed, bro. I believe B. Mickey is about to be exposed in these next upcoming episodes. Because we all know Lamar is still alive, bro. He's still alive. And B. Mickey thought he killed Lamar when he shot him, bro. He thought he took Lamar out. But unfortunately, Lamar ain't dead. And we all know Lamar go seek revenge against Meech, Terry, and B. Mickey when he catch up to him, bro. That's not even a question to ask. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. And I believe it's going to happen sooner than later. I definitely believe your boy B. Mickey is going to be exposed, bro. Lamar is going to tell Meech and Terry about B. Mickey's plan that he came up with to try to take them out. And once that does happen, I believe that's when your boy B. Mickey is going to meet his fate. And that's when I believe he's going to get taken out. Now, moving on to the St. Louis storyline. In this episode, we saw both Meech and Terry go behind each other's backs in this episode to try to neutralize the war that's going on in St. Louis between Jay Pusha and Sheik Mooney Bay, which led to both Meech and Terry having issues with each other in this episode. Because in this episode, Jay Pusha right-hand man Sean came out to Detroit in this episode to visit Terry to help him out with getting rid of Jay Pusha in exchange for taking over Jay Pusha's spot in his organization. And while meeting up with Terry, Sean told Terry about Jay Pusha going behind Meech's back and meeting up with Loco in episode 4 and trying to do business with him, as well as giving Terry an address to a meetup location that Jay Pusha was supposedly going to meet up Loco at. So Terry sent B. Mickey out to St. Louis in this episode to take out Jay Pusha, but B. Mickey ended up missing the kill shot on Jay Pusha, which is something that I talked about earlier in the video. And B. Mickey told Hoops and Terry when he met up with him in this episode that he missed the kill shot on Jay Pusha, but he did do some ear hustling and found out that Jay Pusha thinks that Sheik Mooney Bay was the one that tried to take him out. And with Jay Pusha assuming that Sheik Mooney Bay and his crew was the ones that tried to take him out, Jay Pusha retaliated against Sheik and his crew. So after this retaliation that took place between Jay Pusha and Sheik, Meech went out to St. Louis to try to neutralize this war between Jay Pusha and Sheik. And while meeting up with Jay Pusha right-hand man Sean accidentally slipped up. And he told Meech he talked to Terry earlier in the episode. And he decided to tell Meech about Terry plans to take out Jay Pusha and have Sean replace Jay Pusha's spot in Jay Pusha's organization when he does this. So Meech reached out to Kenya, which is another one of Jay Pusha's soldiers, to seek her help to see if she could help him out with setting up peace talks with Jay Pusha enemies. And at first, Kenya wasn't with this because her and Jay Pusha is family and she wasn't trying to go behind Jay Pusha's back and do that, but she agreed to help out Meech with setting up these peace talks with Jay Pusha enemies. And she took Meech to meet Sheik Mooney Bay. And while meeting up with Sheik, Meech let it be known to him that he wanted to do business with him and lock in a deal with him. But Sheik wasn't trying to get down with Meech unless Meech cuts off Jay Pusha. That was the only way he was going to work with Meech. So right after Meech had this conversation with Sheik, Meech pulled up on Jay Pusha at his house and he told Jay Pusha he was cutting off him and Sean. He told Jay Pusha straight up, like, look, bruh, I had love for you. I was rocking with you, but I'm cutting you off, bro. You or your grimy ass homeboy better not come around me or my family ever again. And remove both of them out of the BMF organization. And Meech was dumb as hell for still leaving Jay Pusha alive after he cut him off, bro. Meech was dumb as hell for doing this. Because right after he cut Jay Pusha off, Meech went to go drop off Jay Pusha's re-up to Sheik and his crew as a peace offering to work with Sheik and the Moors. And as Meech and Sheik was about to get ready to shake hands with each other and lock in a deal, Jay Pusha showed up at the meeting and shot Sheik and his crew and tried to take out Meech. And right after he did this, he killed his right-hand man Sean for being disloyal. And Jay Pusha did one of the most arguably nastiest things I've seen the character do in this show. And he pissed on your boy Sean right after he took him out. Like, he pissed on this man after he killed him, bruh. Like, I don't know who decided to write this in this episode, bruh, but they could have left this part out. This part was not needed in this episode, bruh. Everything else about the episode was fire, but this part right here was unnecessary as hell, bruh. Like, they could have left this part out. But like I said, Meech had killed Jay Pusha, bruh. He should have took him out once he found out about Jay Pusha trying to go behind his back and work with Loco. Because now, it's looking like he's about to be a problem for Meech and Terry going into these next upcoming episodes of BMF. It's definitely looking like your boy Jay Pusha is going to get added to the list of people that Terry and Meech is going to have to be on the lookout for in these next upcoming episodes. From watching the episode 7 trailer, it's looking like Jay Pusha is going to put a bounty on Meech's head. It's really looking like Jay Pusha and his crew is about to be on the hunt for Meech in episode 7. And I still believe Jay Pusha is going to get taken out before season 4 is over with. I believe Jay Pusha is going to meet his fate sooner than later. I believe it possibly might happen in episode 7. I don't see this war between Meech and Jay Pusha being dragged out throughout the remaining episodes of season 4. Especially with us now knowing about B. Mickey's real intentions and him wanting to take out Meech and Terry. I don't think they're going to drag out this war between Meech and Jay Pusha throughout these last 4 episodes of season 4. I think they're going to wrap up this storyline sooner than later, and I wouldn't be surprised if your boy Jay Pusha gets taken out in episode 7. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at all, but that's another topic I'm going to talk about in another video. But coming back around to Terry, in this episode we saw Terry and Boom get into a fight with each other after Terry found out about Boom getting out of jail, as well as him living at the house that he bought from Markeisha. Because in this episode, Markeisha came by to Terry's house to have a conversation with Terry about the stuff that he been doing behind Meech's back, and Markeisha told Terry about Boom getting out of jail and how Boom is staying at the house that Terry bought from Markeisha. And with Terry hearing about Boom getting out of jail, Terry went over there to Markeisha's house and beat up Boom. Beat the hell out of Boom in this episode. He even cracked Boom across the head with a cereal bowl, bruh. He cracked him with a cereal bowl. This nigga Terry picked up a cereal bowl off the ground and knocked the Sonic coins out of Boom, bruh. He really cracked Boom across the head with a cereal bowl, bruh. Like, Terry was really up in there putting hands on your boy Boom until Markeisha came up in the spot telling Terry to stop. And if you ask me, him going over there beating up Boom was pointless as hell, bruh. It was pointless as hell. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand why he beat up Boom because Boom was at his house and that's his house at the end of the day. He bought that house for Markeisha. But at the same time, Terry wouldn't be in the situation that he's in when it comes to him beating up Boom if he would just stay away from Markeisha. Like, all this is about to do is cause more issues for Terry and Markeisha. This is about to cause more issues for them because Boom is not about to let this go, bruh. He is not about to let this go. I don't know when, but if I could take a guess, I believe either in episode 8, 9, or 10, I believe that's when Boom is going to seek his revenge against Markeisha and Terry in one of those episodes. I don't think this is the last time we see Boom. I do believe Boom will be making a return in these last 4 episodes of season 4, and when that does happen, I'm expecting him to seek revenge against Terry and Markeisha for what Terry did to him in this episode by beating him up. Now, moving on to Lucille and Charles and the stuff that they had going on in this episode, because I need to talk about your girl Lucille and what she did in this episode. She done stressed my boy Charles out to the point where he said he don't want to live anymore. I gotta talk about this because Lucille was wrong as hell for the way she was treating Charles throughout this episode, bruh. She was wrong as hell for that. Because in this episode, we saw your boy Charles going through it. We know in episode 5, he broke his hand when he was at work. And your boy Charles was sad about that throughout the episode. Like, your boy Charles was really sad about his hand being broken and him not being able to go back out on tour in this episode. And while he was dealing with that, Lucille was dealing with her own stuff in this episode when it came to her trying to get on welfare, which she ended up getting denied for in this episode because she put on the application that Charles is staying at the house with her. And with her being frustrated and tired of struggling, she decided to take her frustrations out on Charles in this episode. She told Charles she tired of hearing about him talking about wanting to go back out on tour. She told Charles he don't do shit and all this stuff. Like, your girl Lucille was grilling your boy Charles in this episode for no reason, bruh. Like, she was taking all her frustrations out on Charles in this episode for no reason, bruh. Like, no reason for whatsoever. And it got to a point where your boy Charles said he didn't want to live anymore, bruh. It got to that point to where Charles revealed to Lucille, Nicole, and Terry at the end of the episode that he didn't want to live anymore. And this scene was definitely hard for me to watch. I really felt bad for your boy Charles after watching this scene. And the only thing this did was just make me hate Lucille even more now. This just made me hate her even more. I can't stand Lucille for shit now. I'm tired of her character, bruh. I'm tired of Lucille. She done stressed your boy Charles out to the point where he don't want to live anymore, bruh. She done stressed Charles the hell out. But I do believe Charles gonna be good at the end of the day. I do believe he gonna bounce back from this. And I believe he gonna be good at the end of the day. Like I said, this scene was hard for me to watch. It really sucked watching your boy Charles go through the stuff that he was going through in this episode. But I'm expecting Charles to bounce back and get his groove back like nothing ever happened. And find some joy and happiness in these next upcoming episodes of BMF. Now, moving on to Duffy. In this episode, we saw Duffy keep it solid and hold it down and not fold or snitch on Meech in this episode and rat him out to Detective Brian. Because while Duffy was getting interrogated by Detective Brian in this episode after he got extradited back to Detroit, Detective Brian brought Duffy's dad into the interrogation room to try to get him to convince Duffy to snitch on Meech. And I ain't go front, I thought your boy Duffy was gonna snitch on Meech after this conversation he had with his pops, bruh. I thought Duffy was gonna snitch on Meech, bruh. This nigga Duffy Pops was up in there crying, telling Duffy he needs to cooperate and telling him Meech isn't somebody that he should be protecting and all this stuff. Like, I really thought your boy Duffy was going to snitch after he had this conversation with his pops, bro. I really thought he was going to snitch. But like I said, Duffy held it down and he kept it solid and he refused to snitch on Meech. And he told Detective Brian he wasn't telling him shit. He told Detective Brian it's BMF for life and he ain't saying nothing. And Detective Brian was looking stupid as hell when Duffy told him that he wasn't snitching on Meech, bruh. He was sitting there looking dumb as hell. But even though Detective Brian did take an L with this Duffy situation, he still figured out a way to keep his investigation into BMF open. Because Detective Brian met up with Milton's father in this episode, and Milton's father gave Detective Brian some photos that he took of Meech and his crew at the Techwood projects and pointed out one of Meech's soldiers last in the photo with Meech, as well as him being a shot caller. So unfortunately, Detective Brian is going to continue to do what he normally does and continue to investigate BMF and try to take them down, and I do believe he's going to target this last character in this next upcoming episode of BMF. I am expecting Brian to have a run-in with this last character in episode 7, and I do believe this last character will be arrested. I do believe Detective Brian is going to lock up this last character in episode 7. But until then, we're just going to have to wait and see how that's going to play out when episode 7 airs. Episode 7 will not be airing this week. BMF is going on a 1-week break, so I'm letting y'all know ahead of time. BMF episode 7 will not be airing this week. It's going to be airing next week on the 25th. So stay on the lookout for episode 7. If you made it to the end of this video and you like the video that I uploaded and created, hit that like button to help this video get recommended across the algorithm. Hit the post bell notification button to support the channel and to get updated on all content I post on my channel, and leave your comments and theories down below in the comment section. Thank you to everybody that's been rocking with me and supporting the channel. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care, y'all be safe, and God bless.